everybody, this is Melanie and it's Simple Card Monday with Everyday with a Cricut. And today I have this really great Mother's Day card that I made using the new Elegant Cakes cartridge and the Anna Griffin Isabel collection line. Really love it because it's got these really nice springy greens, reds, blues. Really nice pack of paper. Love Anna Griffin. You can't go wrong with Anna Griffin. Anyways, I cut this really nice plain flower with from the Elegant Cake cartridge. And, this is a really simple card for your mom. You're going to want to make it. Let's do that now. It's a 5x5 card. So I've got my 10 by 11 or 5 by 10 paper scored. And I'm going to add this piece of paper here. Well, it's pink and green that I've already layered for you because I'm trying to make this a really quick video. And so the green is a tick less than the 5 inches, so it's, I guess, 1/16 less squared. And then the pink is a 1/4 less squared. And so I'm going to add ribbon to this piece of paper. And I'm going to do that with my ATG gun. And this ribbon is from Stampin' Up. It's the rose red ribbon. I love the rose red. It complements this paper really well. I'm going to be using the rose red ink as well later for the stamp. So there you go there. Really easy way. I prefer doing this over any kind of Scotch tape method because to me it just stays better and you don't have to jack with Scotch tape. I don't like having to jack with Scotch tape much. Okay. So I'm going to add this to the base of the card. Alright, so there we go. We got that. And we're going to add this green and this white. And the green is 4x4 and the white is a tick less than that, so it's an 1/8 less. So I'll go ahead and add that to my green piece. Line it up really nice. And that will work. I'm going to now stamp my sentiment. I'm going to try to get this done before we do the Cricut part because we just stick the Cricut right on top. It is this stamp set here. It's called Daily Design Sentiments and it's from Paper Tray Ink. And it's a nice little Mother's Day sentiment. And I'm stamping it with the Rose Red Stampin' Up! Ink. So let me ink up my pad. I don't know if you can see me doing it, but I'm doing it. I'm going to try to get it right here at the bottom. Right there. Yep, there we go. Okay. So there's my sentiment. So I'm going to pop this part onto my card, on my base, with my pop dots. Now, since this is a simple card, if you don't want to add this part, you don't have to. Again, I hope you guys can see this well. This standing up part is really not the best way to go about this. Okay. So take off these. And when you use these pop dots, it's kind of good to just kind of push them down a little bit before you start pulling the little things off because they'll come off too. So I just give them a nice little push down to the paper so it will stick. Alright. Last one. And I'm going to stick this right in the middle. Like that. Okay. Alright, so now we've got the card almost assembled. Now we just have to add our Cricut bits. So I cut the flower at 3.5 inches and I used the plain feature on the Elegant Cake cartridge. So I cut the shadow blackout in the plain, and this is the base, and this is our shift function. So it's this would be the base shift. And let me line it all up, and then in a second we're going to glue it down. I had it all lined up before we filmed, and I grabbed it, and guess what? I grabbed it wrong. But I love this cartridge. It's one of my favorites of the new ones for sure. It's really, really pretty. I've used it a lot. And this glittered paper I use, by the way, is, I've only used a little bit of it, but it's the Flower Shower Glitter Stack from Die Cuts with the View. I'm not a huge Die Cuts with a View fan, but I like their glitter paper. It cuts really nice with my Cricut, so when you want to add a little bit of shimmer, it's really good to use that. Alright, so I'm going to take my tweezer bees, I'm going to flip this over, and I'm going to glue it with the Scotch glue. And by the way, tweezer bees from Joy idea, and so is the Scotch glue. It's so much better, I'm finding out, than the EK Success glue that I was always using. It just stays better because the other doesn't seem as permanent, and I'm constantly having to restick it, where this I don't feel like I have to do that. So, but it is quick. Like I know Joy said before, I mean, it's no playing around. You need to know where you're going to put this thing when it's time, because it's going down. Alright, just a little bit so it doesn't seep out the sides. Okay. And there we go. And you don't need a ton of that glue either. It's really strong glue. Okay, so I'm going to flip, let's match up which side first on this before I get ready to stick it down. Is that it? Yep. So I'll flip this again and come back with the glue. Aha. Oops. Just shift it just a little bit. Okay, so now for the center of my flower, I found this really great button in my collection, and I just added a little bit of twine, put a glue dot, tied it, put a glue dot on the back. I don't use needle and thread when I do buttons. I know there are people who do, but I just can't do that. That seems like a lot of work. I'm about simple. So I don't do that. Now for the leaves you can't actually cut. It's not a cut on the machine. So what I did was I cut this outline in the green and then used the cutout bits, see, as the leaves. So it is an extra cut, and hopefully people don't feel like they're really wasting when they do it. I just felt like it needed some leaves. And so that's what I came up with. Now, of course, you don't have to do that. Or if you have a stamp, or you could use another cartridge that has leaves if you'd like, instead of this method. Again, pop dotting. And, okay, one more. And I'm going to place this flower so that you can still really see Mother's Day. So I think that is good right there. And I have 3 leaves I can use. On the first one I used 2, so I think I'll probably use 2 here, so you'll have an extra that you could use for another project if you want. So I'll just put some adhesive on it, stick it there. More adhesive right there. And there you go. Very, very simple card. And there you go, card for your mom. Really simple, she's gonna like it. Got a few shades of pink on there, really pretty card. Okay guys, I hope you have a great week this week. We're doing Anna Griffin all week, and we're giving away some great Anna Griffin stuff, so you're gonna wanna stay tuned, you're gonna want the stuff. Have a great week.